One of my online communities crashed recently, which was totally unexpected, and I didn't find out about the downtime until I started getting these messages saying what had happened. Now, I'd been monitoring many of my websites with Uptime Robot. It's been robust and great for me for years, but then they dropped me an email saying that they're going non-commercial unless you pay money for an account, which is absolutely fair enough, but I thought, there must be a better way. Maybe something that's open source that I can host myself, and bonus points if I can integrate AI into it. The answer to all my prayers is here. It's a self-hosted monitoring tool for all my sites. Plus, apparently I can start it with one command that's on their website. Using the power of AI, it even helped me to detect a crypto mining scam that managed to infiltrate one of my servers. This is a totally free tool, and it's developed out in the open, meaning you know everything that's happening under the hood because if you want, you can view the code online. But you don't need any coding experience to get Uptime Kuma running and monitoring all your important websites like business communities, your e-commerce store, and, well, anything that lives on the internet. Now, Uptime Kuma is so lightweight, I can run it on a free Google Cloud compute engine, which is essentially like a virtual computer in the cloud. If you've got a Google account, you can start this and follow the steps I'm about to show you to make it work. Usually I'd use something like Linode to host my things, and you can do that if you like. There's $100 of free credit using the link down below. Why not test it out for free there? But as I've got a load of other things running on Linode that are important, if they go down, so does Uptime Kuma. So let's get it installed on Google Cloud. Now you can see that Google's solution gives me a small virtual machine that can be hosted somewhere in the United States with enough storage space to get started. So first thing, if you've never set up a Google Cloud account, is go ahead and do that using the link down below. Next, I selected to create a new project and give it a name. Uptime Kuma will do. Okay, it's as simple as that. Now click Create VM. It'll take you to this page where you then enable the Compute Engine API. Okay, with the API enabled, you then go to this side menu over here. You look for Compute Engine, and then you go to VM Instances. Up here at the top, you'll click Create Instance. Give it a name here at the top. Choose the region that's closest to you and in the free tier. Now, you might take a look and say, hang on, Mike, that's not free. It's saying it's going to charge you $25.46 a month. Well, we need to make a few tweaks under machine configuration. We'll see indeed we've chosen the free tier eligible E2 there, but we also need to make sure we change from E2 medium to E2 micro. Now, it'll still flash up here at $7.11 per month, and this is an estimated charge from Google Cloud. So that's what you could use if you go outside of the free tier. So far, I haven't found something that's completely free with no catches to host Uptime Kuma on, unless, of course, you host it at home yourself, and you could do that using one of these. Yes, that's right, Uptime Kuma will fit on its very own Raspberry Pi, and that might be a good way unless your internet goes down. So I'm going to go with this, but if you find something better, let me know in the comments down below. With that all done, we'll scroll down, and just a couple of things to change here. We'll allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic through the firewall, and then click Create on the virtual machine. One more quick thing we need to do so we can access Uptime Kuma from the web browser is click the three dots on our machine and go to View Network Details. Here we need to click into Firewall, Create Firewall Rule, give it a name, choose target tags as all instances in the network, add source IPv4 ranges as 0.0.0.0/0, meaning it's available publicly on the internet. You may want to restrict those IP ranges if you know what you're doing and don't want everyone seeing your Uptime Kuma instance. And finally, for protocols and ports, you'll want to select TCP and enable port 3001. With that done, click Create. Once the machine is up and running and you've got a green tick next to it, you just click the SSH button here. And boom, look at that. I'm connected to my new virtual machine, Mike, at Uptime Kuma, and I can get started installing Uptime Kuma, and it's super simple. Now, if you join my community where we're talking about this and other projects using the link down below, I'll post full instructions on doing the install here, but it's really easy. It's just these commands. First of all, you type in sudo apt update. Once all your packages on the machine are updated, you type in sudo apt install docker.io-y. Now with that done, we pop in a couple of commands to start Docker and enable it on system boot. Okay, we're good. Remember that one command on the Uptime Kuma website? Yeah, this one, the Docker command. We just copy that command and then we paste it into our shiny new virtual machine, bearing in mind if you're not working as root, you might need to type sudo before it. Okay, That is done. Let's start monitoring some websites. How do we do that? Now let's go ahead and access Uptime Kuma in the web browser. So you'll see on your virtual machine instances list, you've got an external IP listed. You can copy that by hovering near it and selecting the copy icon. Open a new browser window, paste it in, and add on :3001 to the end. Boom, we've got the Uptime Kuma login and sign up page. So I'm going to create a username and a secure password and click create. Okay, to start, we'll click add new monitor. Under friendly name, we'll give the website a name. And then we add in a URL to monitor. Everything else you can leave as is. Heartbeat is how often Uptime Kuma is going to check if the website's up. So every 60 seconds means every single minute, Uptime Kuma will be looking to see if your website is still alive. So with that done, click save. And boom, added successfully, and we can see, thankfully, the website is alive and has 100% uptime presently. You'll also see a response time, how long is your website taking to load, average response will load over time, your uptime, over 24 hours and 30 days, and even your SSL certificate expiry. That's when your HTTPS certificate runs out, which can be a handy thing to know. Okay, we'll come back and look at that website monitoring towards the end of this video so you can see the beautiful statistics and graphs that Uptime Kuma makes. But now I want to show you something else, and this involves AI. If you're enjoying what you see so far, throw a like and subscribe so you never miss another video. Back in the edit page of the website monitor I set up, you'll see notifications here at the top right. I can set up a new notification and, well, the best thing is I can notify myself via Telegram for free if a website goes down. That's a really great, easy way of doing that on your phone. Or you can do something like Discord. There's also email integration. There's Slack, there's Signal. Actually, there's a bunch of notification possibilities. So choose the one that works best for you. But I'm going to notify AI if any of my sites or online presences go down. Let's see how. Now, personally, for a lot of my projects, I've got N8N set up, which is a great workflow automation tool that integrates AI. It's incredible, and I've done a video on that you should go and watch. It's showing on your screen, and I'll link it up in the comments down below. I'm going to paste in my URL from N8N so I can send a notification, get an AI agent to look at what happened, and then send a notification to my phone with the issue or problem that needs resolving. First step, I'm going to add in a webhook trigger. I'll give the webhook a meaningful name and turn it into a post request. Then I'm going to listen for a test event inside N8N. Paste the URL here in my notification setup and click test. And you'll see a bunch of null information has come through, but that's great because it means that my webhook from Uptime Kuma to N8N is working. Now I can send myself a notification created by AI to dial in on exactly what the problem is. Clicking the plus icon here, I can then search for OpenAI. And we'll see we've got this lovely body that's come through. So I'm going to drag and drop that into the text message to the AI. And I'll just add to the start, explain the issue. So the workflow so far to integrate AI is that Uptime Kuma notifies N8N, which is my AI agent using a web URL. That then gets passed to ChatGPT, which will then message me with the output telling me what I need to do. So now, in order for my AI agent to message me, I'll add on one more, and this is going to be the Telegram action. We'll scroll and look for send a text message, and then we simply drag the content, that's what the AI says in response to my Uptime Kuma notification, and we'll drop that inside text. And now we can test out to see if this works. And wow, look at that. Not only is it telling me the website is down, but it's telling me the error and why this error could be occurring. So this is really cool. In fact, I can't stress enough how cool this really is. Not only have I got a free and open source Uptime Monitor solution that's hosted in the cloud for me completely free of charge, but also I've got AI watching my websites and telling me if there's a problem. Now, no sooner had I set this up to show you, but something did hit one of my web servers, and thanks to the AI agent I'd set up to take a look, it was able to message me with the exact commands I needed to run to isolate and fix my server. Now, that is the future of monitoring your infrastructure. Now that we've looked at that integration, let's go back to Uptime Kuma that's been running for a little while now and see how the statistics look on a website we added. So I'll click in here and you can see over time it's been pinging my website every single minute and giving me latency. So you can see this graph goes up and down. It tells me the site has been up 100% of the time since we started this video, and it gives a 30-day average too. You can also see the average response time. Now, seeing as I know my site is hosted in Europe and this is pinging from the US, I would expect a little bit of a lag time there. And of course, with my AI agent, it can look and notice if the lag time is above average and start looking deeper into what might be wrong with my website. Another cool thing is Uptime Kuma gives you the ability to create status pages so you can actually show your website uptime to the public. And boom, we now have a publicly accessible uptime status page for our business. So it really is as simple as that to get started. Since using Uptime Kuma with AI, I'm getting fewer surprises and peace of mind. I can sleep at night knowing that my phone will vibrate if there's any issues. So next steps, I think, my AI agent needs to get better. I could have it fix things automatically if I could give it overall control on some of my servers. That's more of a complex task, and I'm guessing you might also like to see in the future how I set up the AI agent that looks at my server for the problem. And if you'd like to see a future video on that, let me know down below. Another great thing to secure this further would be to install it on multiple services. So I've got it available on Google Cloud. It'd be great to have another one on Linode and maybe even host one at home on this little Raspberry Pi so that I've got 3 points of failure. So it means that I've got a real secure, robust uptime monitoring solution. What was really cool using Uptime Kuma was not only did AI pick up an issue early, but it also messaged me quickly with steps to resolve my websites and keep them online. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to discuss further, do join my community using the link down below, and I'll see you there. Oh, and by the way, there's a video showing on your screen right now somewhere that you should probably watch next. Thanks.